street trying to clip my wings. Another mouth running telling me to quit. Another voice yapping like I give a spit. But I'm lacing up my boots and I'm walking out the door. I don't need your permission anymore.
Black Moon Lilith is hanging out early in Sagittarius this week, right around the Sabian symbol called Cupid knocks at the door of a human heart. So the wild witchy part of you is literally standing on love's doorstep in combat boots and eyeliner. Think of her as your feral truth teller in a Cupid costume. She showed up with a bow and arrow, but she's using them to set boundaries. Desire is knocking, but it's also side-eyeing any situation where you have to shrink or pretend. It's not polite, scheduled romance. It's, oh no, why am I suddenly feeling this much energy? It's like emotional ambush with a harp soundtrack. Because this is happening in Sagittarius, the knock tends to come through big truths, risky honesty, long-distance connections, or wild ideas about the future. You might get hit with a crush on a possibility, a project, a path, a person who lives 4 time zones away and has a ferret and pulls you completely out of your comfort zone. Taken literally, it's like the universe sending you DMs labeled "Open up, babe," and you deciding whether to double tap or leave it on read. Anyone have Black Moon Lilith's number? I want to ask her to stop texting me. I'm Mark Roach. The best sushi in Texas is supposedly at a gas station in Ennis, Texas. The new owners say the community there has changed their lives and made everything more meaningful. They gave away coats when it's cold, which in Texas it's like 3 or 4 days a year, so the overhead's manageable. Google it or look it up. Don't make me do all the work. I mean, I already drove there and back. Tonight I'm going to talk about what happens when you think too much. You get stuck in the trap set for you, maybe red or blue, black or white, and if you don't have access to your heart and soul, well, you're lost. And if you don't have access to gas station sushi, you're also lost, but in a different way. So we beat Canada in hockey, really showing them who's boss. I bet they're devastated. I bet they went home and apologized to their geese about it. But what do you do in the morning when you wake up and you realize you're a bully? I mean, do bullies really do that? I mean, did Hitler wake up one day and go, I've been a real jerk lately? Or did that kid who used to pick on you when you were walking to school ever have an epiphany? I mean, did he go to therapy and realize his behavior was rooted in his parents' divorce and suddenly he sends you a LinkedIn apology? Venezuela is yesterday's news. Have you noticed nobody's using drugs anymore? Problem solved, everybody. War on drugs, complete success. I mean, where was Trump when my dad was taking on the cartel in 1970? I mean, what if we'd stopped all that drug trafficking back then? Well, if you're a movie buff, it would have really sucked. I mean, can you imagine the alternative scene of Brando playing the Godfather and playing it straight like Andy Griffith and Mayberry? I'm going to make him a reasonable offer that reflects current market conditions. Just Marlon Brando in a fishing vest, talking about property values. I ran into a non-dualist the other day. I wasn't sure that he saw me. Or maybe he saw me perfectly and I just decided I was also him. So why wave? You know what non-dualism is, right? Everything is one, no separation, no stripes. Like, did you see that striped car? It wasn't striped. Yes, it was. They were all the same color. Did you ever argue with a non-dualist? It's exhausting. You say you're wrong, and they say, we're both wrong. And also, we're the same person having the same conversation with ourselves, which really takes all the fun out of being right. And how about religion? I mean, they say people attending church are down significantly. now versus 20 years ago. Do you think that's because of the internet, transparency? Or maybe it's because we can finally sleep in on Sundays and blame our spiritual growth on a podcast we didn't listen to. Oh, I do want to tell you one of my favorite jokes. A man and his wife are shipwrecked on an island for 20 years. And one day a ship arrives and the captain comes ashore. The captain asks the man why they've built 3 buildings. The man says, well, the one over there is where my wife and I live. And the one over there, well, that's where we go to church. Captain says, what's the other one? Well, that's where we used to go to church. So we laugh. We see our ridiculousness. Nothing changes. Even on a deserted island with 2 people, we still need a church to leave. We need a building that represents our former beliefs so we can walk past it with judgment every morning. Now, look how slow we are to change. Am I the luckiest man since Jesus? I mean, do you want to compete with me on that? Because I will win. I have gas station sushi and a podcast about non-duality. Jesus had fish and a persecution complex. Don't you think we're tired of wearing our suffering on our sleeve? Is it really necessary? Maybe the non-dualist is right. Maybe all the stripes are the same color. Maybe there really are no stripes. Or maybe we just need a better set of glasses and less philosophy. And then you look at your kid in the face and they walk out the door. How are they going to fend for themselves if they really don't see mailboxes? If everyone's one or everything is one, how do they know which mailbox is theirs? Do they just leave their bills in the street because they're all the same? This is why non-dualists shouldn't handle the mail. I almost had a very boring week, and then someone contacted me about doing a podcast. It was a podcast with my shadow. They wanted conflict. They wanted me to argue with myself on camera for an hour. I didn't have it in me. I'm still hanging out there and kind of considering it. I mean, who wants controversy? Who wants a Jerry Springer reality show where both guests are you? On today's episode, Mark versus Mark. One of them drove to Ennis for sushi. The other one thinks that's insane. Fight! Well, I'm confused between this non-duality and being on Jerry Springer and driving 200 miles to eat sushi in the middle of nowhere. Now, wait a minute. I haven't eaten all week. Which explains the non-duality thing. Low blood sugar makes everyone enlightened. This week, pinch somebody. Surprise yourself, not hard. Just enough to confirm that you're separate people. If they don't feel it, you might be dating a non-dualist and you need to leave immediately. I got distracted. I was trying to be really mad at the other side, and then I forgot that we never picked teams in the first place. I woke up and had this suit on, and everybody was yelling about hockey. And I thought, when did I agree to this? They're really saying we entered a time that will be unlike anything ever before. New tech, new medicine. Even AI bots will do all the work, and we'll have to figure out how to fund our next hobby. Maybe sell off body parts. Oh, that's too dark. Did you see The Bad Batch? My favorite Momoa movie. It's about a cannibal desert wasteland where people sell off body parts for survival. So, aspirational content. Another story. Well, gotta go. But check out my novel series, The Awakening Chronicles. No cannibalism, just some consciousness work. A little bit of shadow integration. RoachCreative.com. I'm Mark Roach. This was Headroom Tonight. If there's no contrast, does that mean that the show's over? Or does it mean we finally see the stripes were never there? Either way, I'm going to Ennis.
I was in the city flashing on my guts. You were back at home running out of butts. I was on the stage screaming till I bled while you sat around judging what I said. But I'm building up my bones and I'm scanning on my own. I don't need your voice inside my